Toy Fair 2023 is here with a bunch of brand new products that I cannot wait for, and most importantly, why you're all here, a bunch of very interesting brand new Five Nights at Freddy's reveals. Seriously, there's a bunch of really unexpected reveals in here that you'd never be able to guess in a million years, so let's get right into it. Of course, we can't talk FNAF merch reveals without Funko coming in and dominating the show, so let's start with them, shall we? Let's begin with a really pleasant surprise. The giant Freddy statue is back. Well, kind of. Look, if you know, you know. And if you don't, which there's a high likelihood that you don't, well then I'm gonna explain it right now. So, a really obscure fact that I'm surprised a lot of people don't know of because of how awesome it is that in the 2016 New York Toy Fair, there was a humongous scaled up mega statue of Funko's Freddy action figure on display there. He stood there in pride and glory, inviting guests inside to most probably stuff them into a Freddy Faz suit later on. But in all seriousness, this thing is an awesome piece. But the unfortunate thing is, after this New York 2016 Toy Fair, he was barely heard from again. A real missed opportunity from Funko, because this is a certainly attracting piece. We haven't heard a single word from this fella in over 7 years until now in 2023, where he has made his grand return. But the thing is, if you look closely at this brand new Freddy statue, you'll notice that it's an entirely brand new statue. You'll notice a lot of differences in this brand new Freddy statue, such as the colors, the microphone being in the opposite hand, as well as an entirely different head sculpt. So unfortunately, the now running 7-year streak of not having seen that original Freddy statue does continue. Although, don't get me wrong, this new one is still totally awesome. Now we can do nothing but continue to question whether the original Freddy statue has still survived. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm almost certain in saying that the original Freddy statue hasn't survived this time, considering the fact that we haven't seen him a single time in over 7 years, and the fact that Funko went through all of the effort to create a brand new statue. Of course, we can never say for certain where the original Freddy statue is right now. His paint may have totally worn away, or even worse, he may have been totally annihilated at a scrapyard, or hey, God knows, he could have just somehow wound up and been chilling in an FBI facility. Alright, so now let's take a look at the general FNAF booth that was at this year's Toy Fair. Now, at first glance, there doesn't seem to be anything new, just a bunch of stuff that they've released this year, such as the statues, the jumbo action figures, the snaps. But hey, all of the just recently released holiday stuff is here though. But what I would like to draw your attention to here are the few brand new products that are on display that we've never seen before. As you can see, some of the Wave 4 snaps have been revealed. Here we've got some snaps carrying on from Wave 3, which was Security Breach. We've got the much needed Roxanne Wolf and even a staff bot. A big surprise is the random edition of Helpy, which is always a very warm welcome. Now, we can't see their packaging here on display. We just see all their mangled parts there in the background, so we don't know if these are going to come in single packs, double packs, or with playsets yet. Now, I'm not a huge Snap guy myself. I'm, of course, more into the Plushies, action figures, pops, and mystery minis, but these are pretty neat, and I do really like their unique character choices. Helpy and Staffbot are really awesome additions, and of course, Roxy as well. I still really dig the feature that all of the Security Breach snaps come with alternative heads for their shattered forms, and of course, we just gotta admire Helpy's balloon accessory. Now, that's all of Funko's FNAF merch from that booth. However, there's one more which was at another area at the Toy Fair. Those being the recently revealed Five Nights at Freddy's fight line. Now, I've made an entire video dedicated to these before and why I'm just so into this set. I cannot wait for these to release. And it's awesome seeing them on display again. We've got most of the characters, you can see the packaging, and a lot of the accessories you get with the main pack to play the game. Oh, and fun fact, the Five Nights at Freddy's Fight Line stuff is already starting to release over at GameStop, so if you're interested, flock on over there and snag them up. I'm definitely going to be trying to get these as soon as possible because I really, really want to get them. Alright, now that's all for Funko. Now let's move on to something else you would never guess, and that's that NECA is back with more FNAF merch. Now what a lot of people don't seem to know is that NECA actually had the FNAF license back in 2016. A lot of people totally gush over the idea of NECA pumping out extremely accurate and well-made FNAF action figures. However, they just used their FNAF license to pump out total bullshit. And unfortunately, the same thing is happening again with NECA FNAF in 2023. This is all that NECA has to offer for FNAF with their big comeback, and my god is this horrible. It's a 4-pack of figures, and they all look god-awful. Oh, Foxy especially. I don't want to know what that man's been smoking. But yeah, it's a real shame that NECA's just treating their FNAF license like a joke. Really, there's like 2 cool things they've made out of their plethora of shitty products, and that's it. Man, I wish they would just listen to the fans and pump out their really, really well-made action figures for FNAF like they do with most of the other licenses. I mean, come on, there's petitions out there with thousands upon thousands of signatures for NECA FNAF figures. And last but not least is again another brand. This is Good Stuff. So just like NECA, Good Stuff has returned to the scene with FNAF here in 2023 after years of not producing really anything. I guess all of these companies are trying to get in on the hype that is the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Because remember, here we are in October. It's FNAF month, baby. Anyhow, earlier this year, Good Stuff came out with a set of Security Breach plushies, that being the main 4 Glamrock animatronics. And just like all of Good Stuff's previous FNAF plushies, these are lower quality FNAF plushies that are made to be sold in amusements, in claw machines, carnivals, you know, win with tokens, that sort of jazz. I have made an entire video recently dedicated to the entire history of Good Stuff and their FNAF plushies, so make sure to check that out if you're interested. Just as they've done before at Toy Fairs, Good Stuff has their new FNAF plushies on display in a range of sizes, those being the newly released Security Breach plushies, but what catches my eye are the brand new Sun and Moon plushies that Good Stuff are going to be making. And my oh my, just like NECA, these look absolutely atrocious. I mean, come on, these are literally just totally copied from those old Sun and Moon bootleg plushies. I really have no idea what Good Stuff was thinking here, and I really hope Scott hasn't approved these yet, but since they're out here on display, chances are they probably have been. Alright, and there you have it for the 2023 Toy Fair FNAF reveals. Certainly far from the best FNAF Toy Fair reveals, but certainly some very interesting stuff in here indeed. So let me know what y'all think, and I'll see y'all later.
I'm Toy Freddy May. Welcome to my pizzeria. You're gonna die tonight. I bet you had no idea. Oh, this is Freddy. You should be in parking service. I know you didn't deserve it, but you should be nervous.